Hey, I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
And this is Midwest Mike's coming back at you live with another episode here. Just audio this week. Our studio affiliation with UClick, Jim Bly is a very busy guy right now this time of year, which is fantastic for him. He's been great for our show. Got us a lot of experience and exposure, a lot of cool experiences. So we're happy that he's busy, but puts us without a formal studio. So here we are, just going back to the old days of doing it on the phone.
Just our beautiful voices, just voicing out what we think about what's going on in the sports world right now. We are more than happy that Jim is busy because, dude, 2020 was rough on anybody trying to make money with like broadcasting sports. There was nothing going on, and so that this year now he's like super busy. So we're actually I'm pumped for him. I'm happy for him.
It's awesome. We got this way we can do the show. We can still do it and get you guys your content. We did take a couple weeks off. I went on vacation for a week. Austin's work schedule got crazy.
How was Myrtle Beach?
Oh, dude, Myrtle Beach was awesome. Highly recommend anybody that wants to take a trip, go down there. I will say this, because I did go with the family. So if you're going on like a family trip, it's still a good place to go. But I would stay more in the northern part of Myrtle Beach, or even north, what they call North Myrtle Beach. Definitely with family stuff, because from what I learned while I was there, kind of the further south you go, the more it's like the spring break, summertime party atmosphere.
Okay.
So, like I said, if you're with your family, probably don't want to be down there, with all the party people. And when I say family, I'm talking, wife and small children. My daughters are 15 and 12, so I don't want them to see that side of people yet. So, It'll
happen. So,
it will.
For what you said, I mean, the south part is more for the boys' trip.
Yeah.
And I've heard they've got great golf out there too.
Mm-hmm.
And so if the boys want to do a kind of a golf thing out there, weather's good, beach is good. So actually, we've been talking about doing some kind of a guys' trip out there, because you found the red balloon of Myrtle Beach, right?
I did. It was a little bar called I think it was like Poppy's. But it was like a little bar a lot of locals go to. They said they don't get a lot of out-of-towners in there, which means it's not real touristy.
Which is really, really good.
Yeah, which is fantastic. The drinks were cheap. The drinks were good. Me and my wife did go there one night, and the kids stayed with Grandma in the hotel room. So
shout out.
A night out.
Hey, shout out. We kind of figured it out, but shout out O'Shea's.
O'Shea's down in Orlando.
O'Shucks.
O'Shucks
in Orlando. That was like big rain going on right now. O'Shucks out in Orlando was the spot that here's the deal. If you go to Orlando and you want to try to find that divey bar that does a really good job, that stays really busy, that does karaoke and all that stuff, O'Shucks is the way to go. I've been there 3 times now. That's the one you want to go to. And the cool thing is, Mr. Gary scouted out karaoke bar for the spot we want to go to when we ever do a boys trip out to Myrtle Beach.
Yep.
Which is kind of like, we probably will eventually at some point. So that's pretty cool, man. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, no, it was a great trip. We did some of the touristy stuff too. We went to the Ripley's, believe it or not. We went to the Myrtle Beach Ripley's Aquarium. My daughter did a mirror maze. We did hit some of the tourist spots too. So, it was, like I said, it was a good family trip. We did the boardwalk thing. We had fun. It was definitely a good time. Nice and relaxing. And then, like I said, we had taken a couple weeks off from recording, and then I went on vacation, and now here we are, back at it.
And so, here, the deal is, here at Midwest Mike's, we like to gamble. So, last night was the first game of the NBA Finals.
Yes.
Our other show we have that comes out was Quick Bets. We did give you guys a couple bets yesterday. We went 1-1, but that under had a really good shot at hitting. Especially, we took that bet a little bit early just because we didn't know if Giannis was playing or not. I guarantee you, if Giannis is playing, we hit the under, but he was a game time decision, so we were betting on him not playing.
Yeah,
he actually did. And I don't think it was 100%, which may say, hey, the Bucks maybe should have held him out. I would have liked to have held him out because we would have hit that under. But at the same time, it's like, you know what? The dude was healthy. He was ready to go. He's a competitor, so he wanted to play. But last night, Suns, Bucks, I still say Suns in 7 because I think it's going to be a really good series. And so, Suns ended up hitting it last night. I think they're the more complete team. What are your thoughts on that, Gary?
Yeah, definitely am good with the Suns winning last night. I really liked your bet of them covering 6, which it did end up hitting. Like you said, I liked the under, and when I bet it, I didn't think Giannis would play. I thought that they would hold him out.
Me too.
Just based on the guys I follow on Twitter, NBA insiders, and the information I was reading, that he was going to test it pregame. But I really felt like they were going to hold him out, being game 1 on the road. But they didn't. And when it got announced that he was playing, I kind of got an eerie feeling about that under. But at the same time, it's too late. It's locked in. I had bet it. So there we go. And I rolled with it. And we still had a shot. We didn't go way over.
We missed it by 4 points, basically because second quarter was ridiculous as far as scoring
second
goes.
Quarter.
And the Bucks were really good behind the 3-point line. They were at 49% last night, which almost makes you think if they cannot shoot that good behind the 3-point line all series.
Yeah.
Right? That's
No.
that's not even
that would be historic if a team did that. I think.
The whole all NBA finals 49%. I mean, Curry and Clay don't even do that. Mm-mm. They hit 33, 30. Mm-hmm. So for them to do that, so I still feel really good about my Suns in 7 prediction. I have not placed a bet on that specific number, and I do not have a bet on Suns winning the series, even though I think I might actually take that. But I think it's going to be a really good series. And it's just kind of crazy, turning on the game and watching it, and it's the finals, and there's no Curry and there's no LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird to me.
It is, but it's also great that we're getting to introduce, for me, the last time the Suns were in the NBA Finals, Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl.
93. Oh, so you're saying correlation.
Correlation there. Phoenix Suns went to NBA Finals. They didn't win. It was Barkley, those guys. But they went to the finals, and Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl the following year. It's destiny.
It's crazy to think, too, though, when you think about a lot of the good players that came through the 90s, like a Charles Barkley. I think some of the other guys are on that team. If Michael Jordan is not in the NBA, there's a lot more guys that have rings, right?
So Barkley would have got one for sure. Patrick Ewing would have got one. Barkley would have got one. There's a lot of teams where you go, dang. Isaiah Thomas probably gets more.
Probably gets one more, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that come in and you go, dude, they would probably have a ring if this didn't happen. And so it's kind of interesting to think about that. But
Houston, some guys in Houston.
Well, Houston has 2. They got
they got 2. That's right.
Houston got their rings when Michael went to go play baseball for 2 years, and so that's when Houston got their rings. I am one of those guys that thinks if that team stays together, they win 2 more. I have them winning in 99. I have them winning in 2000. They are pretty old at that time. But I still have Michael winning 2 more rings because he is we know he is my favorite player with LeBron James, but I know the GOAT is Michael Jordan. And if somebody wants to get into a Michael LeBron debate, I'll go into that, and I'll probably side with LeBron just to be fun. But at the same time, we know Michael Jordan is the GOAT. So it's kind of interesting to see. You always get this passing of the guard, right? Michael Jordan passes the guard over kind of to the Lakers, right, with Kobe and Shaq. And then it kind of goes around a little bit. They pass it off to the Lakers. Kind of pass it off to the Miami Heat. Boston wins one in there, but Miami Heat, and then the Lakers take over again. And then we get LeBron comes in every once in a while, and then it goes to Warriors, Cleveland for a long time. So it's kind of cool to see passing of the guard and to see some different guys in the finals. Giannis, it's a weird thing because I think Suns win in 7, and I like to bet on the team that has the best player. But I don't think I don't think the Bucks, because I think Giannis is the best player in the series, but I don't think the Bucks actually win this series.
So do you think it's possible that Giannis wins Finals MVP, even if the Suns win in 7?
I don't think so. What will happen is it is a slightly political game. If Chris Paul keeps the numbers going that he had last night all the way through, it's Chris Paul. It's Chris Paul because he is revered as as a elite point guard. He is a Hall of Famer. He's 36 years old. My man still has probably has this year and a couple more years left in him until he gets to that age where it's like, okay, age is getting on you. But he's not showing, last night especially, he's not showing the signs of aging.
Yeah,
even that we've seen with LeBron.
I think he scored 36 last night, and I think he scored 37 in the final game of the Western Conference Finals. So, Chris Paul, if anything, he's playing better right now than he has in his career, arguably.
So if you want to talk about Chris Paul and you want to talk about something...
But Giannis is the best player on the floor.
For sure. And still had a good game, right? Double-double. Mm-hmm. Still had the rebounds, still had the points.
And he's probably not 100%.
No, and I'm watching him last night, and I'm thinking he's about... It felt like he was about 80. So if he can take today to rest and kind of get rested up, eventually he will be 100%. That'll make it interesting. I think the Bucks do win a few games. I got the Suns in 7. I think the Suns are a deeper team, but it's interesting and it's a good series. So that's where we're at with that. I would think about. I would have to look at the odds first, but I would love to put a bet on Suns in 7.
Yeah, if it works out and we do get a game 7, maybe we should try to stream that. Stream us watching it.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Like we did the fight that night.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Kick back, relax. A lot of people came over.
Yeah,
that was a really good time.
It was. So maybe we should do something like that, live stream. So stay tuned to our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram to find out more about that. If we get to a game 7, because I think we kind of both agree on this. A game 7 in sports, whether it's NBA, whether it's Major League Baseball, College World Series, any of those things that have those game 7s, and this is why I think the NFL playoffs are really popular with us, because they're all game 7.
Right.
It's win or go home, right?
Yes.
It's just those games, whether you're a big fan of that sport or not, it's so awesome to watch, because you've got the guys playing at their highest level because they know, this is it.
Yes. And the thing is, too, that's what makes the – I mean, when we talk about, playoffs or whatever, what are the best ones? The NFL is the best one.
Yeah, because every game, it's win or go home.
And now, if someone wanted to bring the argument to me that they think March Madness is the best, I would hear that out, and I would say, you know what? I don't think your opinion's invalid. The problem is it's 68 teams, and it's a grind. So some of the best teams maybe get eliminated because they don't play the best game that night. But at the same time, I think the NFL is the best. You usually get really, really, really good games.
Yeah.
When it comes down to that. So
and one reason why I know for me personally why I don't follow the NBA real close all season is just there are nights where all of a sudden you get down by 25 or 30 in the first quarter, and then some of your stars kind of mail it in the rest of the night.
And the thing is, on the stars,
it happens.
And the thing is, some people will be like, "Well, the stars should keep playing." No, they shouldn't. They actually shouldn't keep playing.
Yeah, because it's a long season.
It's a long season. You need a rest. And so if you get down by 20 and you go, this is not my night during the season. It's not my night. I need to rest up for the next game. It's a grind. And baseball's the same way too. Mm-hmm. You have older guys that'll rest, and basically what they're trying to do, they're trying to win 2 out of 3. They're trying to win 3 out of 5. I mean, they're trying to basically get to the point where they have 90 wins and they can make the playoffs, and they get in, and then it's time to go.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And you want your LeBron James at 37 years old to be healthy for the playoffs.
I agree.
You don't want him on a random Tuesday night in Minnesota in a game where they're either up by 30 or down by 30. You don't want LeBron tearing an ACL in that game.
Yeah, it comes down to a lot of the teams that are doing that.
Because ultimately, that one game's probably not going to matter.
I mean, the Brooklyn Nets, they're not in the finals now, and that might be. It's basically. I think the Brooklyn Nets would have been in the finals if Kyrie stays